Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. His land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a deer. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
You're good at making big announcements. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
You want a sports degree that is beyond the game? A degree that immerses you from day one and launches you into the business side of sports. With a sports management major from IUPUI's School of Health and Human Sciences, you'll have insider access to sports professionals and will learn from faculty with years of teaching and industry experience. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to launch your sport industry career.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Can I help you?
Yeah, I'd like to order a hamburger, fries, salt, maybe a large vanilla shake.
This is a trophy shop, can't you tell?
You got carry out?
Everything that you need we have here at the shop. Very unique. You order today, carry out tonight, that's our version of carry out.
All right, I'll take one of everything.
Well, that may take a little longer. We'll have it for you tomorrow night.
I'll be back tomorrow to pick it up.
We'll be waiting for you.
Burtner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
At Morales Group Staffing, we are all about building better futures. And during these times, we are working hard to put people to work. We are now hiring for hundreds of jobs with pay up to $17 an hour. Visit our website at moralesgroup.net or text JOBS, JOBS, to 317-472-7600 to apply now and get hired today.
You're good at keeping the car clean. We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
You're good at basement basketball.
We're good at your insurance.
Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, online, over the phone, or in person, and stop knocking on wood.
Mortgage Group. I've been teaching here at Guerin Catholic for 13 years. I've been assistant coach also for 13 years. And I think it's important in today's world that we have young people growing up with the morals and values of faith-based education.
Hello, I'm Dwayne Thompson with Integrity Mortgage Group, and I support Guerin Catholic High School because I'm good friends and business partners with assistant coach Tommy Mascari. And any chance I have to support a Christ-centered education for today's youth, I take advantage of that opportunity and support in any way I can with my time, effort, volunteering, funds, and commercials like these.
Together we soar.
Guerin Catholic Sports on IndianaSRN,
where you're always in the game.
Well, good evening and welcome to University High School. I'm Keith Myers along with Jerry Baker. We have the Chatard Trojans 13-1 taking on the University Trailblazers 8-6. Tonight's games brought to you by the Morales Group, building better futures one story at a time. Bertner Electric, your license and experience. IUPUI Sports Management, a lifetime of sports, a winning degree. Piper Logistics, 3 services, 1 logistics solution. And Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown farm equipment dealer. Keith Myers, Jerry Baker. Very interesting game tonight, Jerry, as we approach game time. And before we do that, it came out a couple of weeks ago. It's the Hoosier Basketball Magazine. You're not in this, but, on page,
I suppose you're going to find something for IndianaSRN.
Yeah, it's page 43, Jerry. Our ad is in there. Let me get to 39.
Now, you should have had this already open.
I know, right there, Jerry. See, there's the ad right there. Okay, I can't show the camera, but it's right there, Jerry. So,
take my word for it. He showed it to me 16 times already. For God's
let's
sake.
talk about the Chatard University game. What do you think about this game tonight?
First off, I'm a little shocked. I was looking at the schedule. We're over halfway through the boys' season already.
Yes, sir.
It's absolutely amazing to me how this time has flown by. You want to talk about Chatard? This is a ball club. It's 13-1, and the one, unfortunately for Chatard, was the last game they played against Christmas Addicts. They lost it 61-59. So I'm interested, Keith, to see how they come back out of that after winning 13 games in a row. And it's always interesting to me how a team reacts after that kind of a situation. Now, Christmas Addicts has a good ball club. We understand that. But Chatard, I'm sure, went into that thinking, I got a chance to win this game. It's one of the games in the city tournament this year, and they had previously knocked off Purdue Poly, scoring 85 points in that game, 85-41. So they were coming off on a high, and it's just going to be an interesting thing to see how they shake out tonight.
I had that game in that city tournament, the Addicts game. Addicts was up by 15 points with about 3 minutes to go in the game. They cut it within 2. If they could have got a rebound, I think they win that game. But you're right. How did they bounce back? How do you bounce back? Because you've been off a week.
Yeah.
So you had that taste in your mouth, and now you play a pretty good university team tonight.
Well, Chatard comes in here. They were not ranked in either the AP or the basketball coaches poll to begin the year. This week, the Associated Press has them ranked number 6 in the state. Basketball coaches, which ranks them all in one classification, doesn't rank them this week. Sagarin has them number 5 in Class 3A, number 33 in the state overall. That includes all the schools. So this is a very good ball club.
Yeah, very good ball club. And first-year coach Kenny Roseman has done a nice job with that. And, boy, this has no height at all. But, boy, can they pass, they can steal, and they can hit the jump shots.
Well, they've had a good year. They went to play in the Delta tournament and beat Northeastern and Belmont rather handily. And they came right out of that tournament, Keith, and went to play another tournament at North Decatur, and they beat Centerville and North Decatur. So they had 4 wins in 2 tournaments in a period of about 6 days. So they're tested as far as getting the job done. I know they thought they had a chance to move forward in the city tournament. Didn't turn out that way. Now, there's one other issue, and I don't think that'll be an issue tonight. First off, University's struggling a little bit. Could Chatard look ahead? They've got a game on Friday at Brebeuf Jesuit. Brebeuf is ranked 7th in 3A, and Chatard is ranked 6th in that particular bracket. So, do they look ahead? They better not.
They can't, and that's a Circle City Conference game.
Yes.
So bragging rights is on that one. And, in fact, I think if Chatard wins that game, they win the conference championship with 2 games left.
Oh, you and I have talked about this. You got a couple of goals as the season begins. Number one, you want to win as many games as you can. That's pretty obvious, even from a dummy like me. Second thing is, if you're in a conference, and most of the schools are, you'd like to win that conference championship. But the third and the most important thing is will happen in a few weeks when the state tournament gets underway. So the coaches have always got that carrot hanging out there in front of the team, and they may, if they have any kind of an effort tonight coming at them against University, the coach may have to kind of get in their face a little bit.
Yeah, slow start is not good for them.
No,
they have to come out really with the gas pedal on.
We'll come back and talk about University in a few minutes here.
We will. We'll take a break right here. It is the IndianaSRN Game of the Week. It's Chatard, and it's University.
From From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
This is the Frells family's land. When the sun comes out, the kids run and play right there. This used to be a shed. Now, it's where they get breakfast. This is more than just land. It's home. The Frells family runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor. This land isn't the only thing that should live on for generations. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere 1 Series for more.
Visit Reynolds Farm Equipment, your hometown John Deere dealer today at reynoldsfarmequipment.com.
The pep band is rocking.
Good. And the crowd's starting to settle in.
Yep.
Let's talk about University for a minute, Keith. This is the ball club. It's really strange to look at their schedule. They've had an up-and-down year. They won their first 2 games of the year, beating Shortridge and Shenandoah. Then they lose, and they win 2. Then they lose, and they win 2. Then they lose 3. Then they win 1 and lose 1. So I'm sure the coaching staff, Brandon Lafferman and those guys, really don't know what kind of a ball club they've got this year.
Talked to him today, and he says, what we need to do is we just need to play our game, play through it, and if we can hold on and 3 or 4 point game late in the game, he thinks his kids might stand a chance to win this game. He's really concerned about the outside shooting with Chatard.
It's interesting if you look at University. I just mentioned their schedule, Keith. They lost 2 games to 3A schools and 3 games to 4A schools. So there is 5 losses of the 6 they have altogether this year.
Which tells you they play a pretty tough schedule, which tells you as a 2A team, they'll be ready for tournament time. And the loss they did against Greenwood Christian is not a bad ball club. We've seen them play some good teams, and that's a 1A school. So, and that's a conference game. That's what probably hurts them because it was a conference game.
Well, the program at University is very, very good. They're 14-7 last year. They lost to Heritage Christian 62-45 in the opening game at the sectional. And Keith, that was their 10th consecutive winning season. That says something for a program right there.
Yeah, and Brandon has done a nice job. This is his 9th year. I think he's like 149 and 53 or 83.
63.
63. So, Brandon knows how to coach, and he knows how to get his kids motivated. The gym is a little bit different. If you're Chatard, you're pretty much used to this setting because this is about the same size of gym you're playing in at Chatard.
Well, players want crowds. Back when we had this period of time where we had nobody in the stands or very few people in the stands, I didn't enjoy watching the games. Broadcasting it was a nightmare.
Yeah.
And the players said, you think, well, the players don't hear the fans. Yeah, they do. As far as the emotion of the whole thing. So hopefully we're past that or getting past that little by little. And hopefully have a good crowd tonight.
You know what I really like about tonight's game, though, Jerry? Look at the uniforms. University's in white uniforms with blue numbers, and Chatard is in blue uniforms with white numbers. We will be able to see the numbers tonight.
Keith, when I were just talking about this, it's a broadcaster's nightmare when you can't see the numbers. The other night I was doing some public address announcing out at Rebuff, and they seen their opponents, I shouldn't mention them, came in with black uniforms and deep purple numbers with a little white pinstripe around it, and now I'm just doing PA. So there's no pressure on me, and you still couldn't read the doggone number. I thought it was this year. Maybe it's next year. There's some kind of a rule that says they must be contrasting colors.
Yep, next year. Yep, you bet.
Well, we're going to come back in a moment. Getting ready to tip off tonight's game. It's going to be University and Chatard, and you got it live right here on Indiana SRN.
Needing to hire someone to take care of your loved one when you're away? Maybe your family member just needs someone to talk to when you're not around. Why not contact Indiana licensed Serenity Care Services? Call Angela, owner of Serenity Care Services, at 317-900-6202. Our team of trained and experienced personal care providers are licensed to serve seniors requiring companion care and light housekeeping services in Indianapolis and its 5 surrounding counties. Call us today at 317-900-6202. Now hiring qualified applicants.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Welcome back to University High School up in Carmel, Indiana. Keith Myers and Jerry Baker. We're getting ready for the lineups, and I'll get you with my partner, Jerry. Break it down for us.
Talking about University, let's set up first with the Chatard starting lineup tonight. They come in at 13-1. Not a high-scoring ball club. They average just over 58 points a game, giving up only 40, so they don't score a lot, but you're going to have to struggle to get them on defensively. Here's their starting lineup. T.J. Alexander, a 5'10 senior. A.J. Roseman, a 6-foot senior. Sylvester Williams, number 10, is a 5'9 senior, so they got 3 seniors right off the top. Rob Davidson is a junior at 6'4, and Carter St. John is a senior at 5'10, so they will start 4 seniors in their starting lineup tonight. And their leading scorer is A.J. Roseman, averaging almost 17 points a game. Starting lineup for the Trailblazers of University High. This is a ball club. It's 59-4 scoring average. And defensively, they give up 54-6. So there's not a lot of wiggle room between the offensive scoring and the defensive assignment for this ball club. So they got to be careful defensively. Here's the way they'll line up tonight. University at 8-6 on the year. We'll open up with number 12, Robert Russell. He is a sophomore, standing at 5'7". Sabian Kane is a 6'2 sophomore. And Andre Oslowski, a 6'5 junior. Larry Pierce is the only senior in the starting unit tonight. He is a 6'4 senior. And Seth Hogg at 6'5 and a junior. It'll be Pierce averaging 15.9 and Kane averaging 19-1. Now, Kane has only played in 7 games this year, so he's trying to get his sea leg, so to speak. But this is a ball club. It's very young. You witness that when I give you the starting lineup with only 1 senior in the starting unit.
Yeah, and Larry Pierce is a guy, if he stirs the game a little bit. If
absolutely.
He knocks down some shots early in the game, he can get you in rhythm. Big, tall kid. I'm a little jealous of him, Jerry, because he's got a beard that is unbelievable. This is like 5-day growth, and he grows out in about a minute or two. So
we're talking about Chatard. Last year, this ball club was under 500. They were 8-14 and lost to Rebuff in the opening game of the sectional, 52-36. Now the series stands at 6-3 in favor of Chatard. And the last meeting, University won that ball game. It was back on the 25th of February, almost a year ago, on February 2021, 48-33. So they have a little bit of something going for them, Keith, in the fact that they beat this ball club last time.
The other thing is they're at home, and you play much better on the road at home than you do on the road.
Well, here we go now. In the blue uniforms, that'll be Chatard. In the home white, University. And again, University just a couple of games over 500. So it's going to be interesting to see how they stack up against a ball club that's 13-1 and ranked very high in the state.
Chatard opens up with man-to-man, Jerry.
University gets the basketball to begin the first half of the game. Drop it off inside, nowhere to go. And they turn the ball over for the first time of the game. It's something they're not going to want to do very much in this contest. And right away, a foul is going to be called against University. And it's going to be on 13, Sabian Kane, and that'll be number 1 on him. He is, again, their top scorer. He's their top three-point shooter. Kane leads the ball club in assists and in steals.
Davison had a nice steal early tonight. Get Chatard on the board early.
At the line, Davidson, not a very good free throw shooter. He had 63% on the year, but got those both. And jumping out in front early on in the contest, Chatard with a 2-0 lead. See what kind of a defense they want to jump into. You mentioned man-to-man, Keith. We'll see how long they stay in. Here's the layup down along the baseline. It's deflected away by Rob Davidson. Davidson has 10 blocked shots coming into the game for Chatard, leads the ball club in that category.
And I think this is the first time he started for this ball club this year, Jerry. 14 games in, he earned a starting position tonight.
Again, only a junior, and I mentioned this is a very young ball club. Long-range three is nothing but the back of the board and the net. I missed who it was. It was the long-range shot. I think... I'm going to hold on here. We'll try to pick it out there in a minute. Chatard gets the ball. Club gets the ball again. Down deep in the left corner. Shot rattles in, rattles out. Good rebound that time. Taken down by Andre Oslowski.
Kane
got layup inside, and Kane's got another one. So Kane has a triple. He was the guy that hit the three a while ago, and now comes up with a second bucket. So he has all 5 of the points now for University.
I think they've ruled the other one a 2, Jerry, so a 3 and a 2.
Okay. One tie, back at 2. 5-2 ball game right now. Biggest lead for either ball club early on in this contest. Getting inside, a good defensive play again. Defensively, University, as I mentioned, doesn't give up a lot of points, but the problem is they don't score many points, so we'll see how that works tonight. That's close to a 3 again.
That's Hogg.
And Hogg gets the 3, and that will be his 13th of the year. He is 12 for 41. That's a good shooting percentage now for University.
And we talked about Chatard being on a quick start. They're not getting what they need to be here.
Layup inside, no good, and the chip-up is good. That's Roseman getting his first couple of points, and he's one of the guys that Chatard will depend on tonight. He averages 16.9 points a game and shoots 50% from the floor. They'll drop it inside again, and a good defensive play, but apparently some body contact that time. I think they got Williams, and that's who they did. And Sylvester will get his first foul of the game. The pace is pretty much up and down so far in this guy. Here's that first 3 of the ball game, by the way. Going outside, long range.
He's way out there.
Yeah, that was Kane, as we told you. His 19th three-pointer of the game. First free throw is up and good. It's a 9-4 ball game. And the second one likewise good. So a couple of free throws for Oslowski.
I got him for 2.
And he averages just a touch over 8 points a game. 10-4, back to a 6-point lead.
you've been off a week. Maybe the rest is on you a little bit.
Yeah, it could be, sure. Playing in your own gym against each other doesn't sometimes takes a while to get over that.
It does. Man, the crowd is into this game.
Interesting. University set up likewise, and it is a man-to-man, but I've noticed, Keith, they're really shifting off as they get inside. They'll double down really in a hurry that time as they went into the lane area. There were 2 or 3 white shirts. Here's the layup. It is no good, and I believe they'll get caned for the personal foul, and if so, that'll be 2.
That's a quick 2 fouls for him. I tell you what, Sly Williams is a quick basketball player.
Williams averaging 6.7 points and just a touch under 3 rebounds per ball game.
Made his first.
It's his first point of the game. And the second free throw is likewise good for Williams.
Checking in for Kane now is number 10, Cameron Bracey.
Bracey, a 6-foot junior, averaging 6.5 points a game, but he leads the ball club in assists coming off the bench, 2.9. And the driving layup is good.
St. John's on the steal.
So Carter getting his first couple of points so far in this ball game, and a timeout has been taken. And we'll stay right here. Serenity Care Services is an Indiana licensed service agency. The friendly, experienced team of caregivers you have been seeking, you've got them. Call Angela today, 317-900-6202. Serenity Care Services serving Indianapolis and the 5 surrounding areas. And also subscribe today to the newsletter, our newsletter, The Advocate, at IHSAA Foundation.org. Thanks to the IHSAA Foundation for what they're doing for our student athletes.
Here's the steal right here, Jerry. I mean, he went right into the passing lane.
St. John getting his first couple of points, and wisely the defense just kind of laid off on me. He had a gimme. So the clock at about 4.5 minutes to go now in the opening quarter of play, almost halfway through, and University looking good so far. There's a slam and a beauty by Ozlowski.
I got up that high during warm-up today.
Yeah, with a ladder maybe.
Trampoline, Jerry, trampoline.
Trampoline, okay. 12-8 ball game. University looking good early on. Nice crowd on hand tonight at University. And a good defensive play inside. No numbers on the break, but they get their run inside, and the shot is no good by Ozlowski, but going to go to the line with the personal foul. Foul is on Sylvester Williams. That's going to be 2 on him.
And you got to keep your guards in the game here a little bit tonight.
Yeah. Here's Ozlowski at the line. Again, not a particularly good free throw shooter, though he has not been to the line much this year. He is 6 for 11 coming into the line to the game.
How about 3 for 3 tonight, though?
Yeah, that sounds pretty good. In fact, he is the only guy that's been to the line so far for University, and he got them both looking good. So he has half a dozen points. Kane has 5, and Hogg has the other 3, and the lead goes now back to 6 again. Roseman on the right side. Roseman's one of the guys that we thought would be a high scorer, and he still may be, but so far they have shut him down. We got a held ball, and I believe it'll be staying in. Chatard will hang on to it. Roseman averaging almost 17 points a game, has 2 points so far in this contest, but again, we're only halfway through the first quarter.
I like how the defense has just. It's a man-to-man, but it's a wide 3-2 zone.
It's a very strange man-to-man, in my opinion, because, like I mentioned, Keith, when they go inside, looks like right there's a good example.
Collapse.
They double team almost everybody that gets inside. Right there, double team again. Now there's 3 guys out there. The jumper is no good, and the rebound comes off to Larry Pierce, who averages 5.4 rebounds a game. And again, Chatard just keep hanging in that man-to-man. They figure they can match up with him. Here's the long-range three from the right side, no good. And the rebound taken down by Chatard on the fast break. Here's the long three from outside, and he got it. St. John with a triple. He has 5 points now. That for St. John is his 12th of the year. He was 11 for 25. That's 44% from outside. That's super.
That's an incredible long-range shot.
So the lead cut in half down to 3 now, 14-11. First quarter of play, 2:15 to go in this opening period. Near steal. Inside, a gap off in the corner. And the driving layup is good. What a beauty. Sylvester Williams. The check it, Bracey, the other team. Tommy Bracey getting his first 2 points of the night. TJ Alexander yet to get into the score column. Roseman, and there he is. And that's the guy they're going to have to keep an eye on tonight because Roseman is a terrific shooter, 50%. He has 16 three-pointers on the year and 49 attempts, so he's shooting right at 35% of the year from three-point land. A near steal, but they got inside and got the bucket instead. Oslowski's second field goal. He is looking sharp right now. Keith, he averages 8.2 a game. He has 8 points in the first quarter.
Yeah, come out and play. Young man.
Going inside, and again, good defense that time by University.
Yeah, they're forcing that inside. They got to stop that force.
Here's the jumper, deflected away and picked up, and now here comes Chatard again with a layup that rolls out and comes right back in for A.J. Roseman. Roseman now with 7 in the quarter.
Pretty high-scoring first quarter.
It is. And that 6-point lead now chopped down to 2 at 18-16 with 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Out of bounds, but the last touch by Chatard.
Got the pep in, you got the popcorn popping. Pretty nice for a Wednesday evening.
It is. Nate Jeffrey coming in now for University, a 6'1 senior, averaging just around 6 points and 3 rebounds per ball game. And now for Chatard, 33 is Wade McAllister coming onto the court. Big guy, 6'3 junior, averaging 3 points and a couple of rebounds per ball game. Let's see how the University wants to play the final seconds here, Keith.
Ben Wright also checked in for Chatard, Jerry.
Deep off in the corner, long three, got it. Good looking shot by Oslowski. Well, he's having a great first quarter, Keith.
He's their offense.
He has 11 points in the quarter.
11 of their 21.
Oh, my goodness. Final seconds, first quarter of play. Well, that's good defense by University right now. Down to 1, long range three is good, literally at the buzzer. And at the end of the first quarter, it's a 21-19 ball game. University over Chatard of the IHSAA and IndianaSRN.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Back here at University, 21-19, University over Chatard. Here's how you shoot the three-pointer with no time left on the clock. You mess around, and then you're going to shoot. I mean, that's nothing but the bottom. And the coach is yelling at him, got to get your hand in the face. That's how Ben Woods shoots them at the production meeting today, Jerry.
Well, that was super right there. Good first quarter of play. A 21-19 ball game. University out in front of Chatard. As we head to the second quarter of play, Andre Oslowski Number 14 for University has picked up 11 points in the first quarter. And the leading scorer for Chatard is Carter St. John with 8, including a pair of triples.
And we talked about Larry Pierce has to get in the game. He's not scored.
Yep.
Glogowski has picked up the pace for him.
Yeah, we talked about Pierce and how important he is. He averages almost 16 points a game, and he's been shut out so far. They'll get it inside and miss the layup. But once again, good rebounding form that time for Nate Jeffrey, who averages just a shade under 3 per game. Long 3, no good. Going to be fouled on the act of shooting and go to the line. And the foul is going to be on Kevin Wells, who sneaked into the lineup.
Chatard plays lots of people, Jerry. Their bench is going to be playing tonight.
So we got 3 free throws here, the first of which rattles out for Ozlowski. That's about the first mistake he's made on this ball game. Second, Larry Pierce. I said Ozlowski. It's Larry Pierce. Good catch. So he gets 1 out of 2, and now being fouled in the act of shooting the triple will go to the line.
Luskowski would be upset with you because he's
did.
1,000%.
That's right. So 1 for 3 for Larry Pierce. And here comes Chatard back on the offense again, trailing by 3. Looks like Keith Chatard may want to slow this down just a little bit.
Looks like going to be deliberate.
Nice move inside, but a good defensive play that time in the middle.
Quick hands.
Well, they have been really effective defensively, they being University. Driving inside, layup is good. It's Kane. Kane now with 7. His average is 19-1. He's one of the guys you got to get going. And the floater inside won't go. And again, we'll keep the defensive rebounds have been really effective now for University.
1 and done for Chatard.
University averages 22.6 rebounds per game. It doesn't tell you much, but they don't get a lot of rebounds per ball game. It's going to be a blocking foul. And it's going to be called on Wells. And that's the second one on Kevin coming in off the bench. So a non-shooting foul and not in the bonus as of yet. Only the 4th foul against Chatard here in the opening half of play. One good thing about a small gym, Keith, you get a lot of noise.
Yes, sir.
And a held ball, and this should give the ball, I believe, to Chatard, and it will.
Tell you what, they must have had a great plan for Pierce because he's been locked up pretty well.
Right.
It's the rest of them that has picked up, and that's what you want with your team.
Well, I was going to say, it's great if you stop the guy you're wanting to stop, but the other 4, if the other 4 cooperate.
The other 4s are killing you.
So in blow, that's Chatard again. Here's the long 3 this time, no good. They finally got an offensive rebound. They throw it back up, and it's going to count, and the foul is going to be called against University.
Are they going to count this basket? They are.
And the foul is going to be on, I believe it's Bryce Gray. Yeah, Bryce Gray gets the personal foul. He came in off the bench during the substitution period. Basket is good by Wells. And he will go to the line with attempt to convert the old-fashioned three-point play. Will not get it done, but the rebound comes off instead to Rob Davidson. Down the lane, they drop it off, and Davidson is the recipient of the pass and gets his first field goal of the night. Now full court pressure. Wow. And they got the turnover.
Quick hands. Kevin Wells has 2 fouls. Could have picked up his 3rd one there, but quick hands and then knocked the ball right off of his head.
I think Chatard is realizing this is going to be a little tougher than they anticipated. And they have stepped up their defense. Here's the jumper from the free throw line, and it is good by Roseman. So the second lead change of the game. Check it, the first lead change of the game. We had a tie way back at 2. And since then, it's been almost all University. They really had a very good game plan. Open on the left side, getting a little hole in there and a nice-looking shot. Missed it and got the rebound, and Russell gets in the score column for the first time.
And if you're Chatard, you should have got that rebound. You needed a block out there.
That's the second lead change of the night. Back to a 1-point margin now with University out in front. And a near steal, and it'll belong to Chatard. Take a look at Roseman again here.
Yeah, watch this. This is a good shot. Ball fake. If you're a young man at home, ball fake, get him up in the air. Didn't even use the backboard.
Roseman has 6 20-point games this year with a high of 25 against Evansville Bossy earlier this year.
A game that they were down by 14 at one time.
And came back to win it. Here's the jumper again. Boy, you better not let Roseman get hot. He has 11 now. And we mentioned his average is just a touch under 17 per game. Got to hurry for that 10-second line. I like the ball movement by University, Keith. They are really moving the ball around, not standing and looking.
Here's a shot.
Long range corner, got it. Good looking shot that time by Russell.
Was that a three-pointer?
Yeah. So he has 5 now, and the lead goes up to 2 again, 29-27. And the 3 at the other end from Carter St. John.
So Carter has 3 3-pointers.
4 lead changes so far in the night. At the other end, no good. Nice offensive rebound, but batted away and out of bounds, and last touch by Chatard. Chatard coached by Kenny Roseman, graduate of Cathedral High and Marion College, 6 years as the head coach at Indianapolis, Washington. Brandon Leiferman is the head man at University, graduate of Butler University. He is the head of operation, by the way, for the Pacers Athletic Center at the Grant Park in Westfield.
Good old pack.
So here we go. Penetration inside, thrown away, and nobody touched it, so it's out of bounds to Chatard.
Both guys know basketball. They have basketball minds and basketball IQ.
And I think we're going to get a 30-second timeout. We will. 30-second timeout taken by Chatard. Family Source Insurance, we have you covered. Auto, home, life, or business. Call Pat Cherry. Get a quote today, 317-884-8046. Look to Family Source Insurance for all your needs. You can check them out email-wise at www.familysourceinsurance.com. So far, so good if you're a University fan.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the game you look at the score at 30-29, you're approaching, 60, 70 points, maybe 70 won't get it done tonight.
Well, we thought it might be a low-scoring game. Now, University has scored in the 70s a couple of times, but they also put 81 points on the board against Muncie Burris back on the 14th of January, 81-43 in that game. So they have been in the 80s, so they can get it done, Keith. But as I pointed out earlier, they're averaging just a touch under 60 points a game.
Well, they're on their track tonight.
Yeah. Down by 1, but Chatard now with the lead. And let's see how they want to play out the final 3.5 at the first half.
They come out of this timeout just running their offense, looking for the backdoor cut.
University has not changed that defensive alignment at all. They're sticking right with it. It's a man-to-man. It's kind of a zone man-to-man. Interesting what they're doing. Oh, nice backdoor cut that time, and the bucket by Rob Davidson. Half a dozen now for Rob. Averages just about 7.5 per game. They got it inside. The defender came flying by, but too little too late, and Larry Pierce has his first field goal.
And it took him almost 6 minutes to get it, almost a quarter and a half to get it done.
And the foul's going to be called against University. Officials now. Larry Pierce getting the first personal foul call on him. And from a team standpoint, that is only 4. Not a lot of fouls in the game so far.
No, they've let him play a little bit. Where he's checking out.
We're down to the final 2:48 to go now in the first half of tonight's game here on IndianaSRN. 1-point ball game. Chatard out in front. Biggest lead they've had all night. It's been 1. University is led by as many as a half a dozen.
University came out gunning, didn't
they? They did. They came out and really kind of laid down the law early on. University in white, Chatard in the blue uniforms. Chatard a little more patient now than they. In fact, both teams have gone to a little more patient offense than we saw early on.
And they're somewhat evenly matched now. They're pretty much evenly height-wise on the floor.
Now we got a foul call down along the baseline, and I'm not sure what that was all about. Somebody completely away from the ball. It's going to be a foul called against Robert Russell. His first. I didn't see that. Obviously some shoving down
that
along
must
the
have been
baseline.
down, away from the ball, because I didn't see it either, Jerry.
I thought for a moment he might have called a lane violation, but that was not the call. Penetration inside, floater no good that time by Roseman. Now here comes University with the chance to regain the lead. Trapped along that baseline, trying to find the open man. They've got him, and it's stolen away. Now here comes Roseman on the fast break. He gets all the way in and gets the layup.
How about switching the hands midway?
13 points now for the 6-foot senior. This is his 14th game of the year. Here's it. Yeah, there you go. Good job, Keith. I think he might have bobbled it over there. Not necessarily on purpose, using the other hand.
I think he might have traveled too, Jerry.
So now here comes Chatard back on defense with their biggest lead of the game, which is 3 points. And basket, nope. And let's see what we got.
They're going to count that basket.
Oh, my goodness, okay. And the foul will be on Ben Wright. 6-foot senior, one of the subs off the bench. They're going to count that, okay.
How about Russell forcing that shot in the hoop?
He's having a nice second quarter, 7 points so far in this period. And make it 8. Russell's averaging 7.5, so he has his average already in the first half of tonight's game, but we are tied. And unofficially, that's only the second tie of the ball game.
And we got a couple of kids that have their career highs right now. 14 for Wrowski and Russell.
Yeah, Zlowski had a terrific first quarter with 11. He has not done anything here in the second quarter.
They haven't given him the ball.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we haven't even called his name, as a matter of fact. Now we're running down to the final minute of play in the first half of tonight's game. Penetration inside again, and the basket is good. And that is Alexander.
His first basket of the night.
TJ averaging 8.6. First two tonight. And the lead goes to 2. 2-point ball game. 36-34. Now we're down to 30 seconds to go on the first half.
How about a quick first half here, though, Jerry?
Yeah,
we started this game a little late, and we've only played 30 actual minutes here.
Well, I mentioned, Keith, with 4 fouls on University, and I think, 5 fouls on Chatard so far in tonight's game.
I kind of like it.
I do, too. And the fans do, and the officials do, and let's see what Chatard wants to do with the final shot here of the first half of tonight's game. They've got it in Roseman's hand. He will take one from way outside, hits the board, and that's all. It'll go out of bounds, and that'll take us to the buzzer. So it is Chatard 36 and University 34 after University had led at the first quarter stop 21-19.
Game that back and forth, a game that we really thought Chatard needed to take hold very quickly. University really scored 21 points in the first quarter, really set the pace, and who would have thought that University would be right back into this game? 2-point ball game should be an interesting second half.
Yeah, you're talking about a ball club, Chatard, that's ranked highly in the state, and a ball club that's coming off a loss. And we mentioned this earlier in our pregame show tonight, Keith. You never know how a ball club's going to react. They had won 13 in a row, they being Bishop Chatard. They lost to Christmas Addicts by a couple of points. And we were thinking, okay, University's going to be a problem, if nothing more than that issue right there. Well, University came out and played a heck of a first half. Yep. So we'll take a break here in a couple of moments, and when we come back, we'll have some scoring for you and maybe a highlight or two for you. Here you go again. His halftime score, 36-34, Chatard over University. Halftime on IndianaSRN.
Today, greed, selfish interest, and barefaced corruption seem all the fashion. America needs great men of tolerance who can give honest debate to the great issues of the day. I'm seeing mostly squabbling, men squandering their time, being wolves to one another. Yet, I'm not without hope. We still have Freemasonry. Yes, the same Freemasons that helped create this country have always provided great men when needed. And today, in every city and town in America, Freemasonry is still providing that special place where young men can find their greatness and accomplished men can give something back. Yes, in this time of great hope, it is my hope that America will see that Freemasonry is a national treasure that cannot be separated from our country's future.
You want a career that creates experiences that are impossible to forget. By studying sports and events at IUPUI, you'll get hands-on experience in and out of the classroom. And with Indy as your classroom, there are high-profile events, sports franchises, hotels, museums, and large organizations across the city to engage, educate, and enlighten your student journey before you graduate. There isn't a better city than Indianapolis to get the experience you need to prepare you to handle any event, big or small. It all starts here.
Conductor, how about something new? You played this last year.
Come on, get your head out of your sacks.
Shh, we're trying to hear. Well, I'm sick and tired of hearing your kid play the wrong notes. Where's my kid solo?
At least you can see your kid. Why is my kid stuck way in the back?
The conductor only plays his favorite.
My kid heard that solo.
You saying I did?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Matt Wolford, president of the IHSAA Foundation, and we need your help. We need your help so the youth of our community can develop advanced leadership skills. We need your help giving high school administrators and coaches the instruction and insight they need to be better role models and teachers. To learn more or to make a tax-deductible contribution, go to IHSAAFoundation.com.
America needs great men of tolerance.
Contributing to the foundation of the IHSAA, you'll be contributing to the foundation of our community.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Welcome back to IndianaSRN, the game of the week. It's Chatard versus University. Score, if you missed the first half, you missed a doozy. 36-34, Jerry Baker along with Keith Myers. And if it stays like this, it could be down to the team that has the last one. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. It's interesting. This year, University lost 4 of their last 6 games coming into tonight's contest by a total, Keith, of 35 points. It's an average of under 9 points a game. That tells you they were in every one of these contests. And then on the other side of the coin, Chatard was rolling along, had a terrific year going, ranked in the top 10 all season long, and they were 13-0 and ran into a Crispus Attucks ball club and got beat by a couple of points, by 3 as a matter of fact, 61-59, by 2 I should say. But that's no disgrace because that could be that Crispus Attucks ball club is likewise a contender this year.
Yeah, you look at both of these teams, they're in opposite sectionals because Chatard's a 3A school, University's a 2A school. That University sectional, you got Heritage in that, you got Covenant Christian in that, you got Park Tudor in that. On the other side, you got Ledman, you got Babuff. I mean, goodness gracious.
I look at the field now in 4A. It is wide open.
Wow.
Well, I think all 4 of them, as a matter of fact. I kind of keep on top of them all year long to prepare for the state tournament this year. But it looks to me like the field is wide open because they keep changing the number 1 slot. Now, down to 1A, there's a couple of ball clubs down there that have really been dominant, so we'll see how that shakes out.
Watch out for the Bloomfield Cardinals.
Absolutely.
They are really, really good.
Long-range shot is off the mark that time. As University got the ball to begin the second half, KB and Kane could not come up with it.
How's the Golden Eagles, Golden Arrows playing?
They are ranked in the top 10. They are number 7 in the state, I'll have you know.
Good old Sullivan. Home of Jerry Baker.
Sullivan Golden Arrows doing quite well this year. Thank you very much. Second half underway now, about 45 seconds into this third quarter, and a really nice performance by University. And we're going to see what Chatard's made out of here in the second half.
If we don't talk about Sullivan at least one time in the broadcast, we lose it.
It's part of my contract.
Yeah, exactly right.
So here comes Chatard getting penetration inside, little jumper, no good. Rebound comes off, and here comes University, again, one of the things, Keith, we didn't talk enough about in the first half was how good the rebounding was for University, because only, as I can recall, on maybe 2 or 3 occasions that Chatard actually got a second opportunity.
Yeah, that's right. They were, once they had a shot, they got the rebound, and then they went and they ran the floor really well in the first half.
Loose ball picked up by Chatard. Here come the Trojans on the fast break, and they got it. And the bucket is by Williams, and that, believe it or not, is his first 2-point field goal of the game. 4 points now for Sylvester, who averages just a shade under 7 per game. Long 3 outside, no good. There's an offensive rebound, another 3 in the sky, and he's got it. That's a 3-pointer by Seth Hogg. He has 2 field goals, and they're both 3-pointers now. Boy, the 3-pointers are flying around crazy out there right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the game so far for University. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Here they come again. Moving it up, getting a penetration, getting the shot, and getting the bucket. That's a bucket by Robert Russell. He is in double figures now with 10.
And you got to stop the ball. You got to stop the penetration.
He had an 8-point second quarter in tonight's game. So Russell, who averages 7.5, now is at 10. And a lead change again, the 5th time of the game it's been changed. University goes back in front, 39-38. Jumper, baseline, no good. 3 white jerseys inside that time for the defensive rebound.
Nobody there to rebound for
nobody. He'll drop it inside. There's not much room to work in there. And Keith, you made a point earlier, and I reiterated, there's not a lot of height on either of these ball clubs. I'm looking, Davidson 6'4", and that's about it as far as height for Chatard is concerned. University has 6'2" Kane. They got a 6'5" Oslowski, and Pierce at 6'4", Hogg at 6'5", but none of those big hammers
6'8",
in there.
Yeah.
It's interesting also, we mentioned Oslowski. I don't want to pound this in the ground, but I don't think we called his name at the second quarter. He had a sensational first quarter in tonight's game. So here comes Chatard again. They're down by 1. They get the driving layup, and boy, there's nobody there to stop the defense, stop the offense that time but Sylvester Williams.
Yeah, Sylvester, they call him Sly.
Sly's got a half a dozen down.
Sounds like a radio name, doesn't it?
It does. Another lead change. That'll be a half a dozen lead changes in tonight's game. Turnover now by University. So here comes Indianapolis Bishop Chatard. Chatard with a long 3, ran it out no good and out of bounds. Chatard broke the school record set back in 2007-2008 of 10 straight wins for the longest win streak to start a season. And they broke that record handily by starting the season with 13 straight.
The excitement of the new coach and the way they play everybody. It's a fun time to have them on the network.
Absolutely. We're proud to represent them tonight and hope we do it in good fashion. So we are at 40-39 now with Chatard with the lead. Long 3, got it.
Kane
is kind of the odd number of this ball game. As I mentioned, he's only played in 7 games so far this year, so you weren't quite sure what you were going to get, but he's in double figures with his second triple and 10 points tonight.
Yeah. Roseman
now with 15.
I'm at your 3, you got my 3, and I'm still up by 1.
So that was a triple there. That gives
Yes,
him
sir.
16 points in tonight's game. And we'll try another 3, thank you. This time it won't go, and the rebound comes off into the hands of Roseman. And here comes Chatard again.
The 3-point basket is just absolutely, you just take it anytime you can get it.
Well, it used to be the coaches yelled at you when you
Inside.
took one of those.
Pound it inside.
Yeah, you're going to come and sit down by me if you do that again.
Yep. Now you go to the volleyball line and you knock them down.
Oh, yeah. As soon as I cross the timeline, I'm in my range.
Exactly.
And here's the guy that's causing some trouble, Roseman. And again, bobbled around inside. Long range 3, no good. This time as Alexander tried one from long range.
That was flat.
1-point ball game as we hit the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter of tonight's game on IndianaSRN. Keith mentioned that Chatard was off for a few days, so they're getting a pretty good test as they return to action. And a long-range three again, and this time it's Hogg with his second three of the quarter and his third of the game. And a timeout taken by Chatard. Let's see if it's a full or a 30. No signal yet from the officiating crew. The official is not happy with someone on the Chatard sideline. It's a 30-second timeout. All right, so we will, in that case, stay right here. Hey, folks, get involved with the game. Become an IHSAA official by contacting Sandra Walter at ihsaa.org/officials. Do it today. Stay in shape, make some extra money. Training classes are starting for the spring season now. So contact Sandra at 317-846-6601. You can always use good officials out there, and it is a way to make a couple of bucks, but more importantly, help out the youth program.
Yep. Sandra looked pretty good on the selection show, didn't she?
Oh, Sandra's.
She's the dream.
She is. She's fun to interview too.
Yep.
Because she kind of understands what you're trying to say to her once in a while when you kind of put her on a little bit.
Yep.
She's fun. All right, we got a good ball game going. 45-43, University in front of Chatard. And I think the coaching staff at Chatard said, let's talk this over now because I'm not liking what I'm seeing over here. Chatard has been able to score points this year. They put 85 on the board against Purdue Poly Englewood. But they have not been able to shake University tonight. Nice spin move inside, and it won't fall again. And the rebound on the deck picked up by University.
He stepped on the baseline.
Out of bounds.
Nice defense there by Williams.
University has had 20-win seasons in 4 of their previous 6 years.
Gotta love that.
Shows you how solid this program has become.
This was a 1A program when they first started, Jerry, and just because of the growth and experience, now they're a 2A, and they're a tough 2A.
We mentioned earlier 2 of their losses were to 3A schools, and 3 of their losses were to 4A schools. So 5 of their 6 were to schools in larger divisions. Long three, no good. And saved along that baseline again by University. Loose ball picked up, and the basket is good.
Williams. I got him for 8.
Yep. 6 points in this quarter. He has 6 of the 9 that Chatard has scored here in the third quarter.
And we're tied again.
Yep, we are tied for unofficially the third time in tonight's game at 45. Clock down to a minute and a half to go in a quickly fast-paced game. Not a lot of mistakes and not a lot of fouls. Penetration gets on for the floater. I think it was a 2-pointer from the left side. No good. Nice looking rebound that time. Taken down by Jeffrey. And we will get a foul. And I believe we're going to get University, Keith?
Yes, sir. Larry Pierce.
Okay, Larry will get his second foul, and that is the first foul of the second half of tonight's game.
Took him 7 minutes. I like it.
Oh, I love it. You betcha. So Chatard coming in here, they are ranked 17th in the state on defense and 10th in the state in average win margin of 18.5 points per game. In that loss to Crispus Attucks, they were 9 of 11 from the line, and Attucks was 16 of 30.
Yes.
So I would imagine.
Could have got them in trouble.
Yes. They were out-rebounded 32-15. Roseman, by the way, had 21 points in that game. It's their only loss so far this year, so they're 13-1. Now we're down to 42 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Chatard content right now to hang on to that ball, get the little jumper inside that won't go, and a nice-looking rebound again by Larry Pierce. Now we'll see how they want to play it now. University and Chatard tied up at 45, Keith. Good ball game.
Go for one shot here?
Absolutely. Because right now, he's wide open inside. Somebody went to sleep, and they forgot about Larry. Pierce getting 2 points, his first 2 points of the second half, his 5 in the ball game, and University goes back in front by a deuce. At the other end, inside, no good. Putback is up and good by Williams. And Sylvester with an 8-point third quarter, 8 of the 11 scored of the quarter, will go to fourth quarter play with the score tied. Bishop Chatard 47, University 47, here on IndianaSRN.
You want a career that will transform your life while you change the lives of others by helping them live well. With a health or exercise sciences degree from IUPUI School of Health and Human Sciences, you will gain an in-depth understanding of the healthcare industry while preparing you for a variety of graduate and professional programs in health. And with Indy as your classroom, you will have clinical options within leading hospitals right in our backyard, as well as a degree from Indiana University, reputable leaders in the healthcare industry. It all starts here.
Can't get to a computer? Then we've got you covered. Just go to the IndianaSRN app and stay up to date with all of your favorite teams. You can watch live coverage or relive the experience with our on-demand service.
Well, 47-47. Did you think this?
No, I did not.
I thought Chatard would be up by 8 or 9 points right here.
Well, Chatard's a better ball club on paper anyway, but they don't play the game on paper, some of the coaches said. Let me correct ourselves also. Larry Pierce did not get that last field goal. Instead went to Bracey, who has 4 points now. So Pierce with 3 leading scores now for University. They've got 3 players in double figures. Ozlowski with 11 and 10 each for Russell and Kane. Here's the shot in the middle that time, and the basket is good by Roseman. He has 18 now. He's the top scorer. They have 2 others in double figures likewise. Sylvester Williams with 10 and Carter St. John 11, but he has not scored here in the second half. Ozlowski sitting out high on the left wing, and again, not to be redundant. Oh, nice look at give and go. Good looking play. The basket is going to count by Russell, and the foul
on Ford
is on TJ Ford. Number 1 on him, and a chance for the 3-point play for Russell. Russell on the season shooting 75% from the line.
That's a beautiful shot. He went right at him.
I'll tell you, Keith, what this says to me is you can't go to sleep on any ball club. 8-6 is the university record. 13-1 is Chatard, but you just can't. You can't go into any game thinking, well, this is a walkover.
Giving night.
Completes the 3-point play. 13 now for Robert Russell. His high game of the year is 14. So he's in good shape.
You know, when you wake up this morning and say, well, I wonder who's going to do well tonight.
Yeah.
You know, because we can count on Pierce. Well, he's got 3. Everybody else has stepped up.
Here's the layup, no good, but going to get a foul. And I believe they're looking at Ozlowski. Yes. Ozlowski getting his first foul. He had a terrific first half of this game. He had 11 points in the first quarter. I don't recall him taking a shot since that point in time. So here's Davidson at the line. He's 2 out of 2 tonight. Now 3 out of 3 on the year, shooting 63%. He had 7 points so far.
And we're tied again at 50.
Yes, we are. We've had 7 lead changes in tonight's game. And it'll stay tied, so we're tied at 50. It's 4 ties so far in tonight's game.
Davidson gets picked up a cheap foul. You got to go get up the ball. You can't go through the man. How about this?
So here comes University again with the basketball. And a chance now to regain the lead, but they turn the ball over instead. Alexander, long range, right side. He's kind of the quarterback of the ball club right now. He's the guy they want to have the ball in the hands when they get in any kind of trouble. The clock now at 6:40 to go here in the fourth quarter.
This guy can knock down the threes.
Lost away, but they're going to get a foul. And the foul is going to be on Kane. That'll be 3 on Sibian. Into the lineup now at 15, Larry Pierce. 21, Seth Hogg coming back in for University.
Pretty smart substitution there, Jerry, because they're going to get back into ball game probably with 3-4 minutes left to go with the end of it.
Sure.
Smart substitution.
Just a little breather there.
Yep.
Tied at 50 with 6.5 to go. Oh, nice move inside and a good-looking bucket by Rob Davidson.
Davidson's playing pretty well.
Yeah, 9 points for him, yeah. Was shut out in the third quarter. He had 6 in the first half. Inside, nobody there, and the layup is
he
missed.
lost it.
Lost it going up. And here comes Chatard with a 2-point lead. They got a chance to get the biggest lead of the ballgame, and they're going to take a timeout. And we shall do the same on Indiana SRN.
Becoming a licensed sports official is a great way to make a positive difference in the community and support the over 160,000 Indiana student athletes that participate across 22 IHSAA sports. Sports officiating allows you to stay connected to the game, become a role model for our young student athletes, earn extra money, and support the patrons and communities of our IHSAA member schools. To learn more about becoming a licensed IHSAA official, log on to ihsaa.org/officials today.
We encourage you to follow us on Twitter at IndianaSRN. Find upcoming games, video highlights, and much more. Follow us now at IndianaSRN.
Well, Keith, heck of a ball game going here. Chatard and Youth University, and they've been going back and forth. Unofficially, I've got like 7 lead changes and 4 ties in this ball game.
At 52:50, 6:05, he calls the timeout. What do you think he said in the huddle? You think they're going to spread this out?
I don't think they'll spread it out yet. I think they may slow it down a little bit, but I don't think they'll spread it out because if they don't score, University has no fear right now. They're playing with house money, so to speak, right now.
And they're knocking down some threes tonight, too. Got to get out of the lane.
Chatard. Now they're going to, I think they'll slow it down a little bit, but they're good. If the shot is there, they're going to take it. They took a lot of threes in the first half. Now they may put those in their hip pocket for a while.
They've taken some time off the clock.
They are doing that, yeah. Well, we mentioned both these ball clubs score in the 50s. Chatard averages 58-4, University 59-4. So in that comparison, they're identical. That's good defense by University, and Keith, they're doing what we talked about in the first half. When that ball goes inside, there's at least 2 jerseys on them,
and they just penetrate. I mean, it's a man-to-man, and then when the pressure inside, they just collapse.
I've never understood the whole analysis of a matchup zone, even though I've had it explained to me and I've seen it a million times. But that's about as close as I think that you could want to say that's what it is.
Jerry, I coached. I didn't know what a matchup zone was. Either did my kids.
You know, it's funny. I think a lot of the coaches, the big-time coaches, just throw that stuff at us, and guys like you and I bite it.
Yep.
We buy it, man. What? We don't know. Time is being run down now. Your point may be well made here, Keith. Here's the ball almost taken away. In fact, we're going to get it. Nope, it's picked up by Chatard, throwing inside and all by his lonesome that time.
Sly.
Was Sylvester Williams, was it Sylvester?
No, Davidson.
That's right, it was Davidson, yeah.
Good.
So that's 11 points now for him. He has 5 points, 5 of the 7 here in the fourth quarter.
This is the biggest Chatard's lead, isn't it? 4?
Yes, it is, matter of fact. They've been down by as many as 6. There's a long-range 3 that'll cut into that.
Kane.
Sabian Kane getting his 3rd three-point field goal of the night. 13 points total for Sabian. And we talked earlier in the broadcast tonight. They need Kane with 19-1 scoring average and Pierce at 15-9 to carry this ball club. Well, Pierce has only 3 points tonight. Kane's done a nice job. And we're back to a 1-point ball game again. And a turnover.
Illegal defense, offense foul on 22. That's St. John's first.
Yep, first one on Carter.
Look at this. This is a great shot right here. No look, collapsed, but still 4 players right there at University in case he missed it.
Well, I love University's defense. I told you they give up 54.6 points per game while not scoring many more than that. And they're going to go to the free throw line, a chance to regain the lead here. That foul is on Davison. That's number 2 on Robb. So we will send Bracy to the line, shooting a couple of shots now. He's not been to the line so far tonight. Only a 47% free throw shooter. Check at 73%. Better than I thought. This is the front end, though.
Well, you jinxed him on that one.
I did that time.
Send that hate mail to Jerry Baker at IndianaSRN.org.
Well, one more here to get it into a tie for the 5th time. Bracy's a leading assist player on this ball club, averaging almost 3 assists per game. He does tie it. So we're locked up at 54.
Bracy has 5, and we're at 320. My goodness.
Well, let's see how they want to coach this thing out right now, because Kenny Roseman's got a decision to make here. You talked about slowing it down. That's all well and good if you score.
You have to score.
Yep.
That's right, Jerry.
Yep.
Turnover here can hurt you.
Because that can turn the whole thing around, whereas University might decide, okay, we're just going to hang on to the ball for a while tonight. Under 3 minutes to go. The ball is stolen away. There it is. And here comes University now. Now we'll see how they want to play this with the ball game tied at 54. There's been a lot of complaints. Apparently, I've reading Kyle Nedenreep's column in the Indianapolis Star. Backdoor cut and a held ball. And University will hang on to it. About using a shot clock, I don't think it's a big issue yet, but it's been talked about for the last 3 or 4 years.
They are talking about it, and they are thinking about putting it in, and I do not like it.
Well, I think it's going to take a while, Keith, to be honest, because if nothing else, it's an expense. It does cost some money to get that done. Baseline 10-footer is up and won't go, but a nice-looking rebound, and they'll reset the offense up, but they throw the ball away, and it's picked up by Chatard. So the Trojans have it now after turnovers at both ends of the court. And we'll get a timeout this time by Bishop Chatard. With the clock showing short time to go, 2.5 to go, we'll take a break here on Indiana SRN.
I'm Keith Myers, Vice President of IndianaSRN. Thanks for joining us. Do you know IndianaSRN broadcasts 350 games a year? All sorts of sports? Yeah, we do. Hard to believe, isn't it? IndianaSRN loves to put student athletes first on our website. If you're a business out there, we probably could help you too. Contact us at coach@IndianaSRN.org. Grandma from out of state thanks you. Mom and Dad who can't get to the game thanks you as well. In fact, our athletes watch the games over and over again. Our military has enjoyed the games as well. So sit back and enjoy the game. It's IndianaSRN.
Well, if you'd asked me earlier, Keith, what I would have anticipated, and I said 54 to 54 going into the final 2.5 minutes, you'd have probably said, well, you're out of your mind.
Yep, I would have.
Because on paper, again, and I understand that, this was Chatard, a dominant favor. If you look at the rankings in the entire state of Indiana on Sagarin, University is ranked 170th in the state, and Chatard is ranked 33rd in the state. But
University came to play tonight.
Just throw them out the window. Oh, they played well.
Yes, they have.
They have really played well. I think, Keith, the key to this game was the fact that early on, University said, we're coming at you. They led at the end of the first quarter, 21-19. That kind of turned the entire game, in my opinion, around a little bit.
It's the offense. They had a great strategy going in. I mean, 21 points in the first quarter. A nice little
for a ball
start.
club that averages 59. Yeah. Well, let's see what Chatard wants to do. This is Sylvester Williams. Out at long range, being guarded one-on-one. Gets inside, gets the layup, won't go, and University's got the basketball. Now let's see what University wants to do. Their coaching staff has got to make a decision here. Will they take a timeout? Let's see what Brendan Lefferman wants to happen here. He may want to play it right down to the final seconds inside. And last touch, they say, by Chatard with 1:21 to go. There's Brendan down at the bottom of your screen down there. He wants the timeout, and he will get the timeout. And it's a full timeout, so we'll do the same. We're still locked up at 54 with 1:21 to go on IndianaSRN.
They say nice guys don't finish first. So maybe it's time to reconsider what it means to be first.
It's about being your best, but knowing you could be even better.
It's being present, but respectful of history.
You sure you want to make that move?
It's donating something more valuable than money.
It's believing in yourself and something bigger.
It's coming from different families, but treating each other like brothers.
It's not just being a man, it's being a Mason.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Don't forget to make sure you listen to Basketball Weekly, an in-depth look of the Indiana High School Basketball Association with Troy D. and yours truly, Coach, every Monday on IndianaSRN on the sports page. Upcoming guests, upcoming schedules, and much more. Basketball Weekly every Monday on IndianaSRN.
Can we follow you on Twitter?
You can, at IndianaSRN, YouTube, and on Facebook. If you like us, contact us. And don't ever miss a game.
Did you like how
I like that?
Was that smooth?
That's smooth.
Here's a turnover, and Chatard's got it. Now let's see what's going to happen here. Going for one would not surprise me at all right now. Chatard's in a battle, and they know it.
Both teams turn over the ball with an opportunity to score.
Now, we've seen more turnovers in the last couple of minutes than we saw in the first quarter.
I'll take Cherry, please.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Now we're inside a minute to play. Let's see what's going to happen here. Chatard, see at the bottom of your screen, Kenny Roseman trying to run this ball club and get him in the win column. Driving layup won't go, and a foul, and I believe they will get number 10. They will indeed, and that is Bracey, and that'll be the first foul of the game on him. Each team now with 4 fouls, so the bonus not into effect yet.
And that could be a problem.
Oh yeah, if you're trying to get get them to go to the line. Free throw by Williams is good. He is 3 out of 3 in the ball game tonight. His first point here in the fourth quarter.
Because if you got to get them in the bonus, you got to give up some.
Yeah, in a hurry.
Yep.
So a couple of free throws now for Williams. Dozen points for Sylvester. He is averaging 6.7 per game. And we will get a foul on the inbounds. It'd be Alexander with number 1.
They got him on the hold.
Have trouble getting the ball in. They got a breakaway up court. Here's the layup. It is good.
Pierce with his 5th point of the night.
And a timeout again. We are tied for the 9th time at 56, and we're going to stay right here.
That timeout is from University, or did Chatard call that timeout? University called that timeout.
Well, Chatard's Roseman has, as I mentioned, 6 20-plus point games going into tonight's game, and he has 18 so far tonight. On the other side, we talked about Larry Pierce, 4 20-point games, a high of 25 against Liberty Christian. Larry struggled a bit tonight, only 5 points, but Kane has been the key for University. He has 3 games in which he has scored 20 or more points with a high of 28 against Covenant Christian. And Kane tonight, coming into this ball game with only 7 games under his belt, has 13, as does Robert Russell. The high scores for Chatard, 18 points for Roseman, a dozen points for Williams, and 11 points for Rob Davidson, and 11 for Carter St. John, who has not scored in the second half tonight. So they have spread the wealth around.
Yeah, you watch that huddle, University huddle, and every kid is paying attention to the coaching staff. I love it.
Well, that's not always the case, by the way.
Sometimes they look around.
Like, there's my
niece, there's my aunt.
Now, there's no question now what Chatard's going to do. They're going to play for the final shot of the quarter. And the shot would probably or conceivably could be the winning shot of the ball game. So let's see what Chatard's got up their sleeve. Out at long range, that is Sylvester Williams. Williams got good defense on him right now by Nate Jeffrey. And now Chatard will take another timeout.
That's their last.
And they're going to take a 30-second timeout. No signal from the officials as to how many. We think it's their last timeout. And that could become significant. You never know. 16.4 seconds to go. Here's a brief recap of the game. University came out early on in this ball game with a man-to-man defense, and they really haven't varied from that since the outset. They were strong early on, took a 21-19 lead at the end of the first quarter. Chatard played really good on the second quarter of play, came up with a 36-34 lead at halftime. And then in the third quarter of this ball game, it was all tied at 47 going into the final 8 minutes, and that's where we are right now at 56 all.
So we're at 47-47, 56-56, 9 points each team.
That's it.
When you scored 21 and 19 in the first quarter.
Well, a lot of that, there's been some turnovers that we did not see early on in the contest. But now the game is on the line. Here we go. Chatard with the basketball and a near steal, but a foul. They'll get the foul on Bracey with 11.2 to play.
But that does not hurt you because that's only your 15th foul.
Not a shooting foul. So here they go again. Now they'll check it in the backcourt. They've got to go about 80 feet or so. And again, they may get a foul here again. They wanted the foul. Did they get it? Yes, they did. And again, what they're doing is just eating up that clock with those fouls. So the foul is on Bracey. Again, Keith, this actually worked in their favor to a certain degree. It's opposite of what you and I anticipated. We thought they were going to have to foul to get them to the foul line, and now they don't want them at the foul line. And we are going to have Chatard with one more timeout. Apparently, Keith, it'll be a full timeout. So this broadcast is copyrighted by IndianaSRN and the Indiana High School Athletic Association. With the private use of our audience, the use of pictures, videos, and audio without the express written permission of the IHSAA is prohibited. We'll come and search you down.
A lot of ball games in stone for us this weekend. Got games on Friday, got wrestling on Saturday, plus more basketball. So we're going to be pretty busy this weekend.
Oh, but you guys, you're always busy, for crying out loud.
Don't forget our post-game show. It's the Family Source Insurance post-game show right after this ball game. Right now with 4.7, I think number 5 or number 10 would be my best bet to give the ball.
I can see what they're thinking is right now, okay, if we get that inbounds pass and get a quick open shot, we'll take it. It wouldn't surprise me, Keith, to see him send, as you said, number 5, Roseman, down the lane and try to pick up the foul. Well, let's see. Well, the defense of University has been very, very good tonight. They'll put pressure on the inbounds man. That's Sabian Kane at 6'2", one of the sophomores. Boy, he's got a good future at that school. They get the ball inbounds. This is St. John. St. John's got nowhere to go. Throws up a prayer and doesn't get it, and we're going to go to overtime. It only seems appropriate. This is a kind of a game that we've enjoyed. So we'll take a break and get ready for the overtime period. Chatard 56, University 56 on IndianaSRN. Well, neither of these ball clubs has played an overtime game this year. Chatard 13-1, and University 8-6. And here we go with 4 more minutes. University in the white uniforms again. Well, the Trailblazers have really looked good tonight. And Chatard has, I won't say struggled, Keith, but
off their heels a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. And again, they've had a layoff. And here's a long three. That goes over the top of the backboard, and it's still in play because the top of the backboard is in play.
Yeah, exactly. Just the bracket.
Here's the spin move inside that is good. And University goes back into the lead on the basket by Larry Pierce. 7 now for Larry.
Larry has, yes. That ball can bounce up there as long as it doesn't hit the strap or the support. Good call by the officials. They have done a great job tonight. It's been a relatively easy game to officiate because the guys have played fair and square and not a lot of bumping and grinding out there. Not a lot of fouls. You see down at the bottom, 5 fouls by Chatard in the second half, and University only 6. Yes.
Now here's a big basket coming up potentially. Here's the layup up and good, and fouled in the act of shooting. Basket is good by University. And the foul is on Rob Davidson. That'll be 3 on him.
And guess who got the basket?
Mr. Oslowski, whom we have not heard from since the first quarter of tonight's game when he was just by himself with an 11 point. He had 11 of the 21 in the first quarter for University. Free throw. Got it. So tonight he is now 4, 5, 6 out of 7 from the free throw line. Check it. 6 out of 6 from the free throw line.
Yes, sir.
Layup inside, no good. Rebound taken off by University. Now let's see what University wants to do offensively. They got the layup inside, but it's going to go to the line instead. Nice little head fake that time by Larry Pierce. And the foul is going to be on Williams. Sylvester with his 3rd. And going to the line is Pierce. And Pierce is 1 for 3 tonight from the free throw line.
And they gave that to Davison, which will be his 4th, Jerry.
Okay, I missed that then. All right, free throw's good.
How about this? Up by 6, 2:32. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this.
I would think so. Pierce now with second free throw shot. Got them both.
Nope,
missed the second one. Rolls out of there, so 9 points now for Larry in tonight's ball game. And we'll get a foul on Pierce. Number 3 on him.
Now you shoot bonus if you're a Chatard.
Yeah, that could be significant here in the final 2:23 to go.
Got to knock every single one of these down.
It is good.
Sly. I got him for 13.
Yep. Sylvester averaging 6.7, so he's done his job tonight.
And now it's a 4-point lead.
It is 62-58. Final 2:22 to go now in the fourth quarter, or the overtime game, actually. Overtime of tonight's game. Inside, little floater. Yeah, little teardrop there for Andrew Oslowski. Well, if he comes back to life, Keith, Chatard's got a problem.
Yes, sir.
He has 5 here in the overtime.
St. John off.
And here comes University again with a chance to pick up their 9th win of the year. Well, they have played well tonight. We're down inside 2 minutes, and there is a tumble right in front of the University bench. And let's see, foul's going to be on Carter St. John. 2 on him. And once again, back to the line. University. And this is Bracey, Kami Bracey, who is 1 for 2 for the free throw stripe. What, did he get quiet in a hurry? And couldn't get it to go.
No one wanted to talk. You're the only one to talk, and you disrupt him, Gary.
I guess I did. Here's the layup at the other end. It's no good. Well, they missed some buddies tonight. And the loose ball finally saved by University with the clock down to 1:41 to go and a foul again.
Nope, got a timeout.
All right, I was thinking foul because that's off the only chance they got to do now. They got to get that clock stopped somehow. Full timeout. We'll take a break likewise. There's your score, 64-58 University over Chatard on IndianaSRN.
From warehousing to transportation and everything in between, Piper Logistics does it all. Centrally located, Piper Logistics has 2 warehouses in Indianapolis and a warehouse in Cincinnati, Ohio. Piper Logistics houses over 1 million square feet. Along with our transportation department, we can provide service to half the United States markets.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
University coming in here in this overtime period, Keep. Andre Oslowski, who we talked about in the first quarter with 11 points and then nothing in the next 2 quarters, has 5 in this overtime period.
Crazy.
So now with 1:40 to go, a lot of pressure being put on by Chatard. They got to hurry to University to get it across the timeline or they get the job done. Behind the back, thank you, and a layup that won't fall. From dead range, Andrew Oslowski couldn't get it to drop. Here's the layup at the other end, and they finally do get something in the score column.
Williams
now with his first field goal in the fourth quarter in the overtime period.
But he picked up his 3rd foul right there.
So 4 now on Sylvester. And Racy going back to the line again. The last time up there he missed. So he is 1 for 3 at the line. Quiet again. Missed it again. So he's missed 2 free throws here in the overtime session with 1:10 to go. Underhand scoop.
Oh, did it count it? Oh, my goodness.
They're going to count the bucket. And the foul will be on Larry Pierce.
That's his 4th. Oh, they're going to change it to Kane.
All right.
But this is 4th.
So the bucket is good.
Jerry, this is a 2-point game again.
Yep. And got the free throw. His first free throw attempt tonight, by the way. Roseman now with 21 points. You can hear the official, hear the referee, or hear the coaches yelling, no foul, no foul. It's 64-63 in overtime. Layup, couldn't get it to go again. That's 2 bunnies that University has benched here in the last 30 seconds or so. Here's Roseman again. Inside a minute, 40 seconds to go in overtime. Floater won't go. Rebound taken down that time by Seth Hogg. Now let's see, they've got some timeouts here they can use if they want to, but they've got the 1-point lead. They may not want to. Here's the foul on Kevin Wells.
Not a bad foul, to be honest with you, because it's a 1-point game.
And let's be honest, University's not shooting the free throws very well here in the overtime period.
We're in a double bonus here, though, now.
So a couple of free throws coming up for Seth Hogg. On the year, 7 of 11 from the free throw line.
Missed it. Wow, they are 0 for 4 right now in crunch time.
They are really letting an opportunity get away from them. Hogg, a 6'5 junior, at the line with 1 more.
Smart that they got him off the line, but got that one.
So Hogg now in double figures with 10. He averages 4.1. And here comes Bishop Chatard again. The Trojans with 24 seconds to play in this overtime session. They got to have a basket. And a whistle and a timeout's going to be taken again by Bishop Chatard. So we're going to stay right here in the final 16 seconds of tonight's ball game. It's a bit of beauty. And Chatard getting ready to take off out of here tonight. They will travel to Brebeuf Jesuit for a game on Friday night. That is a girls-boys doubleheader, by the way, at Brebeuf Jesuit. For University, after tonight, they will travel on Friday to Anderson Prep Academy, a 1A school. And their next home game will be on the 5th of February against Heritage Christian. But, boy, we've had a beauty tonight.
We have the Heritage Christian University game on the 5th, and we also have the Chatard game against their next, not Brebeuf, but the next opponent, which I do believe is Roncalli. So as they finish up their season.
Right. They got Roncalli on the 3rd of February, and then they take off and play at Park Tudor,
which is on IndianaSRN as well. We got them all.
And Park Tudor, by the way, is back in the top 20 rankings again this week. They've had a tough season.
Have you been into a new gymnasium?
No, I have not, but I've heard nothing but raves about it.
Yeah, you got to like it.
I've heard it's just sensational. They've done a lot of construction over at the school.
Yes, they have. And, the parking's maybe suspect, but you don't want to pray for rain or snow because it will get muddy.
Yeah, but when you've got the limo picking you up to take you there, that's not an issue.
Jerry, not everybody knows that, Jerry.
65-63 in favor of University with 12, 11, 10 seconds to go in overtime number 1. Now the question is, can they get a shot away? Nice defense by University again. Here's the long three, no good, and a rebound by University. We're going to go to 2 overtime.
No, we're not.
We're not?
Final.
No, that's it. I thought that. I thought for a second that we were tied. We were not. My apologies. I was so engrossed in the game. I thought, my goodness, they picked up a win, and University comes away with a 2-point victory.
Our pregame show is next on IndianaSRN.
Wow.
We encourage you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, IndianaSRN. Hit the bell to get notifications for upcoming games and more. Watch as many games as you want, as many times as you want.
Post-game show brought to you by our good friends at Family Source Insurance. Thank you very much for joining us. There you see the final score, 65-63. Jerry thought it was overtime. Thank goodness that the scoreboard changed.
I got so engrossed in it. We've had so many ties. I have us down for 6 ties in this ball game, and I was so engrossed in the whole emotion of the game, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, University just. Is it an upset? I don't know. Yeah. I guess it probably is. And the second loss in a row for Chatard tonight.
Our post-game show brought to you again by Family Source Insurance. Let's take a look at our upcoming schedule. It all begins tomorrow. Southwestern of Shelby take on Greenwood Christian. That's a girls' game, 7:30 start. Also, on Friday, Greenwood Christian boys take on Central Christian boys. That's a 7:30 start at Central Christian. Lafayette Central Catholic plays Guerin Catholic on Friday night. Sectional wrestling for you from Tech High School Saturday, starting at 9 o'clock, and then we also have the final round for you. A lot of things in store for you. Some great action on IndianaSRN.
Yeah, if you have never gone to a wrestling match, don't let that discourage you. It is a fun event.
We're going to take a break. When we come back, a 30-second break, and we'll have the player of the game and much more for you on the Family Source Insurance.
Bertner Electric Incorporated has been proudly serving our residential and commercial customers with quality electrical repair for over 33 years. We are fully licensed and insured in electrical wiring and electrician service packages. You'll receive a competitive assessment, whether you're a homeowner or a business owner, first-time or long-time customer. We offer free estimates for any new project. Call our licensed and experienced electricians today.
Can't make it to the game? We've got your back. Just go to www.IndianaSRN.org and tune in to all of the live action, or go to our on-demand service and relive your favorite moments.
Time for the player of the game tonight on Indiana SRN, and it's not that easy tonight, Keith. Generally speaking, you can look out there and go, yeah, that's my player of the game, but listen to this. 16 points for Andre Ozlowski. We'll name him the player of the game tonight. And one of the reasons why, Keith, is he got the ball club University off to such a terrific start tonight. He had 11 of their 21 points in the first quarter of tonight's game. That kind of set the mood, I think, for the rest of the game.
And in the overtime, he had big shots, and in the fourth quarter, he had some big shots.
He had 5 points in overtime, by the way. So a terrific ball game for Andre Ozlowski, a 6'5 junior, averages 8.2. His high game of the year prior to tonight was 15, so he goes to 16. Here's the other scoring tonight for University. 13 points each for Robert Russell and Sabian Kane. Both had their scoring out pretty evenly throughout the ball game. In fact, a really good second quarter for Russell as he came up with 7 points in that quarter. And 10 points for Seth Hogg tonight. So the starters did almost all of the scoring tonight for University. For Chatard, 4 players in double figures, including A.J. Roseman. We talked about him having to carry this ball club. He averages 17 per game. He came up with 21 tonight, 3 of those in the overtime session. 16 points for Sylvester Williams in tonight's game, including 4 in overtime, and 11 each for Rob Davidson and Carter St. John. And again, the recap of the game. At the end of the first quarter, University 21-19. It was Chatard out in front 36-34 at halftime. We're tied after 3 at 47. Tied after the full 32 minutes of tonight's game at 56. And then we go to overtime, and University wins it by a score of 65-63. They go to 9-6 on the year. Chatard drops their second straight. They go to 13-2.
Bake, thanks so much for helping us out tonight.
My pleasure.
Thanks to Ben Woods, who did the 1 and 2s, and Nick Lewis, our camera guy. That wraps it up for us. Don't forget to check out everything tomorrow night. We'll be on the air at 7:20 for our pregame show. For our whole entire staff, thank you very much for watching. You've been watching high school basketball, powered by IndianaSRN.org.